The St. Petersburg police spent the past week conducting raids on migrants who had recently received a Russian passport. Those who were citizens of the Russian Federation but did not register for the military were taken to the military registration and enlistment office. There were 100 of them.
Where do you live at the place of registration? Come with me.
Police officers tell migrants citizenship is not only a right but also a duty. Among them is military service. Now the Kremlin needs new people who can be sent to die in the war.
Those who have already made it to the draft board are now forcing people to sign contracts. But now there is no such active phase. Everyone is waiting for it in October. But there are different points of view on this.
Residents of the Amur, Moscow, Leningrad, Ulyanovsk, Penza, Lipetsk regions and the Perm territory are now being summoned to receive summonses allegedly to clarify the data. They post about it on social media, allegedly to clarify the data or to obtain a mobilization order, thanks to which a person is already assigned to a military unit in advance, which simplifies the call for mobilization, lawyers say.
The prescription will be an additional factor of pressure on the person. Military enlistment officers learn from their mistakes, and they are well aware of the second wave of mass conscription, which can begin any day. It is through this strategy of issuing prescriptions that they want to simplify their work on the next call. Ilya Monarch, lawyer, on Telegram.
On August 11, 2023, the men in Kemerovo began to receive calls from the territorial departments of the city with an urgent request to come to the military registration and enlistment office for data verification, local publications report. Not only men are called for reconciliation, but also women who have military specialities. They are asked about the number of children, marital status, the presence of diseases, specify passport data.
At about 10 o'clock in the morning, our correspondent received a call from the territorial administration of the district and was invited to verify the data at the city military registration and enlistment office. At the same time, they clarified that they were not authorized to send the summons and that all questions should be addressed to the commissariat. From the message of the publication Kuzpress.
In Tolyatti, the head of the district administration began to travel to meetings with employees of local enterprises. He asks them to look for relatives who are ready to go to fight in Ukraine. He tells people that in recent months they have got only 10% of the declared plan for the contract, and if people do not go voluntary, then there will be a second wave of mobilization.
A plan of 2,000 people has been set for the city of Tolyatti. We scored a little over 250. This is 10 to 15% depending on the region. If we do not level the situation within a month or two, there will be a second wave. They won't ask anyone anymore. Again, the military registration and enlistment offices will carry summons.
In September 2022, partial mobilization was announced in Russia. Then, according to the Ministry of Defense, 300,000 Russians were called up for the war in Ukraine. Now they say the need for a new wave of mobilization, since the losses of the Russian Federation at the front are too large. According to the main Directorate of Ukrainian Intelligence, since the beginning of 2023, 20,000 people have been taken to war every month in Russia, but such a number is still not enough for them.
Therefore, we come to the conclusion that these 20,000, which are fixed by our intelligence, are the military registration and enlistment offices issued to make up for losses in those units and sub-units that are fighting in Ukraine today.
A new wave of mobilization, according to human rights activists and military experts in Russia, may begin at the end of September. Reported by Serhiy Gulyas, Natalia Husak, UATV News.